Every morning in homes just like this one, all over the South Shore, families are starting their day. From the outside, you might picture that their lives and routines are much like your own. But inside, some of your neighbors have lives that you'd never imagine. Phil and Sheila Garrity of Weymouth have 2 adult children with developmental disabilities. Much like toddlers, Lindsay and her brother Philip require constant care. But unlike a toddler, it's not a stage they will grow out of. And today, like every day, their parents must take care of all of their needs. Neither Lindsay nor Philip eat solid food. Every meal needs to be mashed or pureed. Lindsay communicates a bit, but Philip is nonverbal and also not toilet trained. It's not uncommon for these parents to get up in the middle of the night to change diapers, clean sheets, and shower their adult children. The Garritys are almost always tired. This is not the life they expected.
You know, you get married and you think you're gonna have, you know, you have all these dreams or whatever, and, you know, for your children, you want the best for your children. And sometimes you go through that, like, you know, they're not gonna, you know, like as they were growing, they're not gonna, you know, go to regular school, they're not gonna be able to go to college. So, but then you try to forget that part, because that's not gonna, so you think of the positive, and they are really, they give you much more than we could ever give them.
We just do the best we can for our children, and that's what, you know, that's what we do. And we love them, and there isn't anything we wouldn't do for them. So.
Phil's sigh says it all. Loving and appreciating Lindsay and Philip doesn't make caring for them any easier. Lindsay and Philip have little understanding of safety and can't be left alone for a moment. The constant demands of this life have taken their toll on the Garritys, and as they get older, it's only going to get more difficult.
It's tough going it alone, you know. It's difficult to ask people, you know, for help, you know, because they have their own lives and their own situations. It's hard.
The kind of hard that's almost beyond comprehension for most of us. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for nearly 30 years. That's how long the Garritys have been caring for their children. These parents need a break. They need respite. They need Friendship Home.
Many, many families go to bed exhausted every night. And this is why Friendship Home is so needed. It would give them time to restore and nourish their own souls.
Wilma Goodhue has been fighting for families like the Garritys for nearly 10 years. In 1999, she and Joan Malaire co-founded the nonprofit organization Friendship Home. Since then, they have been working diligently to not only raise awareness of the needs of developmentally disabled adults and their families, but also to raise money to build a home, a permanent place where they could provide programs, services, and respite care for families like the Garritys.
Families can easily become so overwhelmed that they're in survival mode and they don't have the time to share and make known what their needs are.
But Wilma and Joan understand what their needs are. They themselves are both mothers of adults with developmental disabilities. They've experienced the struggle firsthand. Joan's daughter Meg is in her 30s, nonverbal, and requires 24-hour care.
It's overwhelming, really. I don't know how we all do it. I would have people in my neighborhood call and say, oh, come on down, you know. I can't come down. I've got to be here with my daughter because there's nobody else that can be with her. Who wants to babysit somebody that's like a 2-year-old, but they're 27, 28, 29 years old and need total care? It's not easy. Tomorrow's coming, and the next morning, and the next morning, and you realize after a while that you can't do this 24/7 forever and ever and ever, so you do need some help. There's just no light at the end of the tunnel. And if we had Friendship Home, there would be a little flicker of a light.
A flicker of light for families like the Garrity's, the Millairs, and more than 2,500 other South Shore families living with and caring for their adult children with developmental disabilities. When a developmentally disabled person reaches the age of 22, public services and programs dwindle to nearly nothing. Families are on their own. When the money is raised and the permanent facility is built, Friendship Home will be a safe, caring place where developmentally disabled adults like Lindsay, Philip, and Meg will be able to stay overnight or up to 2 weeks so that their parents can take care of life's other demands, including their own health and the needs of the rest of their family. But for the founders of Friendship Home, waiting to begin to meet these needs was not an option. So even without a building, Friendship Home began building a community. Friendship Home first came to life in 1999 in the form of Friendship Club. Friendship Club provides respite for families for a couple of hours at a time. It's a start. The first club met in a borrowed space in Norwell with a handful of members. Now, nearly 10 years later, there are more than 70 members meeting at 3 different locations, Norwell, Quincy, and Duxbury. And there's a waiting list. The need was there all along, and Friendship Club proved to be a success. Friendship, it turns out, is as vital for developmentally disabled adults as the respite time is for their families.
It's one with a high blood pressure.
Oh yes, under COVID?
Yes.
At Friendship Club, the developmentally disabled members make a meal together.
Excuse me, Debbie. Is the watermelon in the dry hours? Okay.
Do crafts and community service projects together, and share their feelings with one another.
And it's the picture of my family with my grandmother, the one that died. And she also...
According to the members, what this friendship time means to them, the joy it brings them, is beyond words.
I love the story about Joan and Ken Millaire's daughter, Meg, who came to Friendship Club and really didn't have a social life before she came to Friendship Club. And she was there a few months, and it was in the summer, and
She would come home from Friendship Club and she would, what is she talking about?
Joan said, "Meg, why are you saying Santa Claus in the summer?" Meg went back to the communication board and said, "Because Friendship Club is like Christmas."
And Meg wasn't the only member who felt that Friendship Club was a gift.
Like, when I get to club, I get very excited and I want to go all the time. I feel very happy to be there with my friends and my teachers.
See how smooth it gets?
Yeah.
See, Caitlin? So you have to fill it to stay.
Debbie Rodemaker has been director of Friendship Club since 2000.
What the members give me, I could never give back to them. They show me unconditional love. They show that people need people. People just don't understand that they have personalities, that they have feelings, that they like to be included, and that they like to feel wanted. Everybody wants that in their life.
Benji, Debbie needs you not to take these off, honey. It's too hard for you to put them back on.
Don't be frightened of us. Come learn about us. If anything, my members are going to teach you to live life. Stay in the moment, stay in the day. They're going to show you people need people.
Good, Benj. There you go.
I tend to worry about the silliest, most ridiculous things through the Friendship Home and Claudia. I'm trying to put life in perspective and worry about the right things, and this is the right thing to worry about.
Doug Briggs and Claudia Sorgi have been supporters of Friendship Home since the beginning. Each summer, the Hingham Yacht Club hosts a boating event for Friendship Home. Doug and Claudia join in and take the Friendship Club members and their families out for a cruise. It's a day everyone looks forward to. Doug and Claudia have come to understand, appreciate, and care for this special group of people, and are committed to helping Friendship Home build its dream.
I think, well, the happy people, happy parents, and happy kids, and we'll be enjoying that facility for years to come, which means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
The United Church of Christ on Main Street in Norwell has also shown support for Friendship Home. In 2004, more than 100 church members voted unanimously to allow Friendship Home to build on an acre and a half of church property.
Friendship Home is one of those things where it's such an important and vital need that as a church we just wanted to get behind it and support it. I'm not sure parents who have children with special needs think of themselves as heroes. They probably just think of themselves as parents who love their kids. But you do realize once you start talking with someone who has a child with special needs, how demanding that relationship is for them. Challenges that most of us don't even think about.
I don't think that our families would want people to feel sorry for them. I think they feel like they're carrying out their own mission within their family to raise their child in a loving way. I do think that we should have empathy for the situation that they're in and to reach out to them and help them. And that's what being good community members is all about.
N44. Just come and share some time with our members. You will see that they are more like you than not like you, that they have likes and dislikes, that they have abilities, and they have areas in which they need help, and they're individuals. They can be your friend.
The question is, are you willing to be theirs?